Hi, everyone. We're the Quizton team. Our goal is to make test preparation more affordable and accessible for our target audience, US high school students, through our test preparation website, Quizton. So we're making Quizton for two reasons. Number one, test preparation is currently too expensive. For US high schoolers, test preparation books cost around $30 on average. And that's a problem because high school students take a lot of standardized tests. We take the AP tests, we take the SAT, and we take the state standardized exams. If you're paying $30, sometimes $20 for each book, for each test, well, you're paying around $500 in total. So high school students are paying around $500 for their test preparation materials. That's a lot. And it's had a real impact on students. We've all seen headlines about schools not getting enough funding or low-income students not having equal access to opportunity. The incredible expensive test preparation books acts as an education barrier. It's no doubt a reason why low-income students do worse on standardized exams than high-income students. This is just the SAT for your reference, but you can imagine this is a trend for all standardized exams because, well, low-income students can't afford costly test prep books. They can't afford spending $500 on just test preparation. And the test preparation affordability problem is only going to get worse in the future. The cost of educational books and supplies has been climbing since 1967 at an extraordinary rate relative to the rest of the economy. And it's projected by the US Bureau of Labor to keep climbing. Something needs to be done about test preparation affordability. Students currently struggle with test preparation costs, and they're only going to struggle more in the future. And the score gap between the rich and the poor is only going to get wider if we ignore this problem. Okay, so we did some market research, and in our market research, we've in fact noted a clear demand for free questions and tests from students. So students really want affordable test preparation. We sent a survey to 230 high school students from various New York City high schools, some specialized, some non-specialized. 97% of students said they wanted free questions, quizzes, and tests. Meaning, well, students want a more affordable test preparation solution than buying dozens of expensive test prep books. Okay, so I've talked about test preparation books so far, but what about websites? In this digital age, online websites are definitely another avenue of test prep. Even in low-income brackets, students use online resources and like websites more than paper materials and textbooks. So websites are definitely an option. But the problem is current online resources don't provide enough practice. Here are 3 sites that students use for test prep. Albert, a paid subscription service for schools that specializes in high school test preparation, provides only around 10 practice questions per topic. Khan Academy, a free nonprofit service, provides only around 7 practice questions per topic. And the reason why these sites can't provide students with high intensity practice, like thousands of questions, is because they write their own questions, and writing questions takes time. As for YouTube, another site that students use, YouTube can't provide students with like hundreds, thousands of questions either, because well, how exactly do you find how many questions can a YouTube video fit, and how exactly do you find questions on YouTube in the first place? You have to manually look through YouTube videos. It's very inefficient. If you're a student looking for, say, 300 questions on a specific topic, you can't use any of these sites. So websites currently have a problem, and with providing enough practice, and textbooks are too expensive. How do we solve this? We're solving this through our platform, our website, Quizton. So introducing Quizton, a collaborative test bank / question library. So Quizton is a website where users can create, share, rate, and do quizzes and questions. The questions and quizzes that users create are automatically put into our database, so people can get practice on the things that other users submit. So because users are the ones creating our site for us, in a sense, we don't have to pay any writers for writing questions. We can just offer access to our collaborative library for free. We don't really have that large of an expense. And think about it, if you have a lot of users submitting questions, let's say 1 million users submitting questions, you can imagine how many questions there will be. So we're going to be able to build a extensive library of user-generated content on our site, a library of practice questions on every topic, thousands of practice questions on every topic, from past question submissions. And as a website, we can do some optimizations to make accessibility even less of a problem. We can have a recommendation system. Instead of searching for questions, we'll provide you with the questions that you seem to struggle with the most. And we'll have a practice test generation system. No more buying practice tests, no more looking for them online. Just click a button with Quizton and you'll get a whole practice test. So let me just make things more concrete for you, since we have a prototype of this already. We've been working on our website since January. So here's how adding a question to Quizton's library looks like. This is a multiple choice question, just to keep it simple. So a user enters their question, fills in the answer choices for their question, and adds a few tags. These tags tell us what kind of question they've just submitted. So why would users do this? Users create questions for two reasons. For their own review. If you submit a question to our site, it shows up in your profile. You can review your own question later. It's like a storage system. And also, because you get to see how other users answer your question. Each question comes with respondee statistics and also its own comment section. So you can get help on your homework, help on your tests. So people are creating questions. On one hand, you have people creating questions. On one hand, you have people practicing questions. And so people are creating lots of questions. This is great. People are publishing lots of questions. You can just do these questions on our website if you're looking for practice. Or you can get these questions delivered to you through our recommendation system. Say this user struggled with speciation and evolution in AP biology. So he's getting an AP biology Campbell quiz recommended to him. And if you're looking for a specific topic, well, we are a library, and we've sorted all user questions and quizzes through our algorithm. So we're building out this. We have this huge catalog. You can just click any topic you want for any class to get content on that. So let's say I click differentiation. I'll get a stream of questions, thousands of questions, infinite questions, and we'll ensure question quality through our rating system. If a question is good, users are allowed to upvote the question. If it's bad, then well, users like to, well, most probably downvote that question. So we can rank good questions higher than bad questions. And of course, we have a generation system, as I said before. You just generate the quizzes you need for your classes. So we're almost done with our product. We've been working on this since January. You can actually visit our site. And we've been able to make this happen because the three of us have 2 years of web development experience each. We have experience building websites. And as students, as high school students ourselves, we understand what kind of features a test preparation website should have. We've experienced challenges with test preparation, and we've used that to steer our product's direction. We also have a large support structure. We have a lot of mentors. We have support from the Google Mentorship Program. They've helped us with our backend algorithms, and we have mentors, UI, UX designers. Okay, let's talk business. So Quizton's target audience is high schoolers, and there are a lot of high school students. So we have a huge market. We're using a freemium business model, so regular users will have access to all of our features. This is our, we want to provide free practice. But as a regular user, you'll be given ads. But for a competitive price of $2.99, you'll be able to unlock a few other features. But most importantly, no ads. If you're wondering if no ads is enough of an incentive, well, think of companies out there like Duolingo or Spotify. Their business model is no ads for users. Okay, so this is our potential revenue. Our revenue scales linearly. This is assuming 3% of users are paid. Okay. Here are our current expenses. So it's cost us $0 to make our app, and it will cost us $0 to make our app because we're making it ourselves. But we'll need to pay for the web services we use, our database and our database and our web servers. So these are our costs, but let me just break this down for you. So we have annually, these will be our costs. We'll have 17 cents of ad revenue from users. Our ad revenue trumps our costs. So free users are profitable. And if you're a paid user, you're even more profitable. So here's a breakdown. We need your help in overcoming initial costs. So just sum up, our site makes it very easy for you to find questions, makes it very easy for you it's very affordable. All our competition have issues with either questions or affordability. So we're providing affordability, accessibility for everyone. We hope you support our mission. We want to make the lives of high schoolers better. We want to help high schoolers out there. And we can do it with support from this program.
10 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Hey, Quizton, this is Sri here. Very, very good idea. This is a problem I can relate to, having a teenager and a couple of twins in my house. I know exactly what you mean in terms of the problem statement over here. I like that. Couple of questions for you very quickly. One is, have you thought about where this will go? I mean, that this is a point that can have two directions. One is it can just continuously get overloaded and overloaded and overloaded at one point, because everybody's going to continuously keep creating some questions, and that database is going to explode at some point, assuming your scalability plan is really going to go the way you want it to go. How do you manage that? What are your plans for that? And secondly, have you thought of, if it gets to a point which is a nice optimal one, what else would you be thinking of? Have you thought about things like, maybe is there a way for members to connect with volunteers, where they connect with certain tutors, they connect with some universities or something like that to help? What are some future scalability thoughts that you have in mind?
Well, the first thing, so we want to, our target audience is right now US high school students, but test preparation costing too much is an issue everywhere. And so we can scale out to other countries as well. You mentioned something about sustainable, you mentioned, is our database sustainable? Is it going to get overloaded? So our database can support actually billions of questions. We're using a product by Google called Firebase, and it's very scalable. It's very easy for us to, it doesn't matter, our scale, from a development point of view, we don't actually have to worry about technical scaling. But yeah, about business scaling. Yes, we can partner with schools, and if you have a lot of questions, a huge library of questions, you can also do data analysis, like what kind of questions users usually do. And you can actually build up like a path of questions that are really great for students. Really great questions, sets of really great questions. Did that answer your question? Or
no, I think you have to think about, because this is a very, very good idea. The question is, somebody else can easily come into this quickly, right? I mean, it's a matter of trying to find ways to continuously keep doing something different, so that you're always the preferred option than somebody else. So I like the idea. Great work.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to jump in here. This is Joyce, Sarah, the judge. Let me begin by saying, what? That was amazing, Quizton. Congratulations on an amazing presentation. And where were you when I had the 6 to 8 different books in my book bag trying to understand how to navigate through testing? Phenomenal. And I want to actually pick up where you guys just left off. And I wish we had more time with the finances, because that's where I really like to delve in, but we went pretty quickly. But something kind of did jump out to me. I love the fact that you have a cost structure, right? You thought about it, $2.99, and that's the ease of entry for everyone's use, right? We also said no ads, right? So speak to me about your original plan of reaching the hardest to reach high schoolers who financially are a little bit more difficult to have a way in. Okay, you're ready for that one. Let's go.
Okay, so our website is actually sustainable even if our entire user base is free. Okay. Our users we have a tiny profit margin of about 1 cent from our advertising. So users cost us 16 cents. They generate around 18 cents, 19 cents. So it's really sustainable. We don't have to actually depend on people paying. We can offer, for low-income schools, just everybody can have free access. And we can even offer paid plans for free, because users really don't cost as much. Again, they only cost us, like, a single user is like only 18 cents a year.
Nice.
So we can offer, like, an entire school of free paid plans.
Love that. And it's definitely going to build a following, the fact that it's almost like a trusted space. So my last question, because I know we're under a time crunch. I'm not sure if you mentioned this as far as accessibility. Is this a mobile friendly?
Yes. So there is a web development standard called mobile first. And that's basically making a website so that you can use it on any kind of screen. So you can actually visit our website on your phone. It will work.
Nice.
Your phone, your tablet, it doesn't matter. And same for like, many websites today, like Facebook. You can visit that on your phone as well. This is accessible because it's a website. Our website, it's one of the easiest things to connect to. And low-income students, even low-income students use more websites more than textbooks. So large reach.
I have one more question, and it's almost piggybacking on what Sri said. Because you did the extra research in looking at your competitive market, what are the kind of the mechanisms to protect your product and your service from other and the larger companies from just flooding your lane? What protections are you putting on?
Well, okay. If your users are the ones generating the content, and you grow the user base, of course you have to. You do have to grow. Any product has to grow their user base to protect themselves. But since we're user-centered, it's not like a website. Another company can just take all of our questions, like if we write them themselves, because our users are the ones writing the questions for us. You can't copy Facebook because they have so many questions. Their users are the ones that matter, not the actual content on the site. And we can have growth hacks like inviting friends, sharing questions. Like your friend has a question, you send them a Quizton link, and that traps friends within our service, just like Facebook or Reddit or all these other user-based sites.
Amazing.
Right, this is great. I think
so great.
This is a good, very, very good problem to solve. And yeah, you're right. I wish I had something like this earlier.
My goodness, very impressive. Thank you so much, Quizton.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done, guys.